Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be with you, even if it's through this little screen. I'm looking out my window here in Omaha, and it's a perfectly ordinary day. The sun's doing its job. People are walking their dogs, buying groceries, getting on with life. But if you turn on the television, open a newspaper, or scroll your phone, you'd think the world is ending every 20 minutes. Inflation headlines, interest rates soaring, elections, wars, scandals. It's a parade of panic. All that noise is designed to make you feel one thing: fear. Fear sells ads, but it doesn't build wealth. And if you're over 60, fear can be expensive because fear pushes you into hurried decisions at exactly the moment when you most need calm, clarity, and a plan. So let me give you the plan. I've been investing for more than 8 decades. I've seen rate spikes, crashes, bubbles, booms, recessions, pandemics, and 3-day stretches when it felt like capitalism itself was wobbling. The lesson that matters, especially once you cross 60, is simple. You don't need to outsmart the market, you need to outbehave it. Temperament beats IQ, process beats prediction, and the right handful of decisions made once and stuck with will do more for your security than a lifetime of chasing headlines. Today, I'll give you those decisions. If you're older than 60, do this. 1. Build a boring, beautiful cash moat. 12 months, no drama. When you're 30, volatility is a sale. When you're 70, volatility can be a stomachache. The antidote is a cash moat. 12 months of essential expenses in high-quality cash or near cash, FDIC-insured savings, money market, short T-bills. Not because cash is a great investment, it isn't, but because cash is peace. It keeps you from selling good assets at bad prices. It buys time, and time is the best negotiating tool on earth. Rule of thumb I like: 1 year of must-pay costs, housing, food, insurance, taxes, healthcare, tucked where market swings can't touch it. When Mr. Market gets depressed and starts offering you bargains, you'll have the luxury of letting him talk to the doorman. 2. Tame sequence risk with buckets, not bravado. Wall Street loves fancy terms. Here's one worth knowing: sequence of returns risk. It means the order of your returns matters once you start taking withdrawals. A bad first couple of years can dent a portfolio more than the averages suggest. Solution: use a 3-bucket system. Bucket 1, now, 12 months of expenses, your cash moat. Bucket 2, soon, 2 to 4 years of spending in short, intermediate bonds and CDs. This is your bridge if stocks sulk. Bucket 3, later. The growth engine: broad, low-cost equity index funds, and a handful of wonderful dividend-paying businesses you truly understand. You refill Bucket 1 from dividends, interest first, then from Bucket 2. You touch Bucket 3 only after up years, when trimming winners doesn't feel like amputation. 3. Keep your portfolio so simple you can explain it at breakfast. Complexity is the enemy of good sleep. If you can't explain your portfolio to your spouse over eggs, simplify. A sensible, low-cost mix can look like 40-60% total stock index, U.S.-led with a dash of international if you like. 20-40% high-quality bonds and short T-bills, CDs, the rest in cash, your moat, plus any truly wonderful individual businesses you know cold. The exact percentages are less important than the discipline: low fees, broad diversification, no leverage, and the humility to let compounding work on your behalf. 4. Put Mr. Market back on his leash. Ben Graham introduced me to a helpful fellow named Mr. Market. He's your partner. Every day he offers to buy your businesses or sell you his. He's moody. On fear days he sells cheap. On euphoria days he pays too much. If you're over 60, your job is not to argue with him, it's to use him. Sell to him when he's giddy, buy from him when he's glum. The rest of the time, ignore him and read an annual report. Here's a trick I still use. Imagine the stock market will be closed for 5 years. Would you be content owning what you own? No quotes, just the cash the businesses send you? If not, why own it for 5 minutes? 5. Make Social Security a decision, not a reflex. For many Americans, Social Security is the best annuity you'll ever own, indexed to inflation, backed by the government, and survival weighted. The decision to claim at 62, full retirement age, or 70 is a lifetime income choice, not a mood. General idea, talk to a planner for specifics. If you have good health and longevity in your family, delaying increases your guaranteed inflation-adjusted income for life. If you're the higher earner in a couple, delaying can protect a surviving spouse with a larger benefit. If health is poor, or you need the cash flow to avoid rating investments at bad prices, earlier can make sense. Don't guess. Run the numbers. This one choice can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars over 2 lifetimes. 6. Consider a pension you can't outlive. Carefully, I like businesses that gush cash. Retirees often like income they can't outlive. A plain vanilla single premium immediate annuity, SPIA, can turn a portion of savings into a monthly check until you're 105 and still playing bridge. The key is plain vanilla. Avoid complex high-fee bells and whistles. Use the smallest slice of assets necessary to cover your non-negotiable expenses beyond Social Security. Keep the rest flexible and invested. 7. Taxes. You can't avoid them, but you can schedule them. After 60, taxes become a calendar game. Roth conversions in lower income years, often between retirement and RMD age, can shrink future required distributions and reduce lifetime taxes. Qualified charitable distributions, QCDs, from IRAs after age 70, 1-2, let donations bypass your tax return entirely. Asset location matters. Hold bonds, T-bills, and tax-deferred accounts when you can. Broad index funds in taxable to harvest lower capital gains rates and step-up basis for heirs. Small tax moves repeated compound just like dividends. 8. Healthcare is not a footnote, it's a budget line. Healthcare is the most predictable surprise expense in retirement, Medicare. Choose coverage intentionally. Original plus Medigap versus Advantage. The cheapest premium can be the most expensive plan if you actually need care. Read the fine print, especially on provider access. Part D drug costs, review annually. Formularies change. Long-term care. You don't need to insure every dollar of a worst-case scenario, but you do need a plan. Insurance, assets earmarked, family agreement, or a mix. Waiting rarely makes insurance cheaper or easier to obtain. 9. Your home is an asset. Treat it like one. Houses are wonderful places to live and terrible places to park too much of your net worth late in life. Ask 3 questions. Can you comfortably carry property taxes, insurance, and upkeep for 20 years of inflation? Would a smaller, safer home increase your freedom and reduce your risk? If you needed cash flow, would you rather downsize on your terms or be forced to later? I'm not against reverse mortgages, but they're scalpels, not hammers. Use them only after you've compared downsizing and other options, read every page, and insisted on low costs. 10. Create your owner's manual and name a co-pilot. If something happens to you, confusion is expensive. Build a 1-page owner's manual. where accounts are with account numbers, how the bills get paid, who the advisors are, one per role with phone numbers, what the investment plan is in 3 bullet points, who your trusted contact is at each custodian, add a durable power of attorney, updated beneficiaries, healthcare proxy, and a simple will or trust. Estate plans aren't for the rich, they're for the organized. 11. Guard your moat from the barbarians. Scams are getting better. Fraudsters target retirees because you have what they want: assets and attention. Practical defenses. Freeze your credit at all bureaus. It's free and reversible. Use two-factor authentication everywhere. Never click a link in an urgent message. Call the institution using the number on the back of your card. Tell your bank and brokerage who your trusted contact is. If someone pressures you to act now, the answer is no. An ounce of skepticism is worth a pound of restitution. 12. Spend with a rule, not a feeling. Feelings follow markets. Rules ignore them. I like guardrails. Start with a base withdrawal, say 3.54% of invested assets. Give yourself a raise after up years. Tighten your belt a little after down years. Keep a floor and a ceiling so lifestyle doesn't whipsaw. It's not magic, it's behavioral engineering. And it works because it keeps you invested while smoothing your ride. 13. Own wonderful businesses or own them all cheaply. At Berkshire, we buy wonderful businesses at fair prices, then leave the managers alone to do their work. You can copy that in 2 ways. Hold a low-cost total market index and let capitalism work for you. Or, if you enjoy it and stay within your circle of competence, own a handful of great enterprises with deep moats, strong returns on tangible capital, and pricing power. Not 20, a handful. Ask 3 questions before you buy any single business. Does it gush cash without constant capital injections? Can it raise prices without losing customers? Would I be content owning it if markets closed for 5 years? If you can't say yes to all 3, you don't need it. 14. Read more businesses than news. If all you read is headlines, you'll end up owning headlines. Read annual reports, not hysteria. Learn how 2 or 3 industries you use every day actually make money. Expand your circle of competence slowly. No investor ever went broke admitting, "I don't understand that." 15. Invest in the asset you control. I've said it for 60 years, and it's even truer after 60. The best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Take the class that improves your communication. Join the group that expands your network. Walk 30 minutes daily. Compounding works on your health, too. The return on a stronger mind, better relationships, and capable hands beats any chart. 16. Purpose pays dividends. Money is a byproduct. Purpose is the product. Retirement without a reason becomes subtraction. Volunteer, mentor. Start the small business you've been daydreaming about. Teach a grandchild to balance a checkbook. The happiest retirees I know didn't retire from something. They retired to something. Happiness is the highest yielding asset class on earth. Now let me gather this into a short checklist you can print and stick in your desk drawer. If you're older than 60, do this. Build a 12-month cash mode. Park it in insured, boring places. Use 3 buckets to defeat sequence risk. Now, soon, later. Simplify to low-cost indexes, plus a few wonderful businesses you truly understand. Set a spending rule with guardrails. Automate distributions quarterly. Claim Social Security intentionally. Run the numbers. Don't guess. Consider a small SPIA to cover essential expenses you can't cut. Schedule your taxes, Roth conversions in low-income years, QCDs after 71-2, place assets tax smart, choose Medicare wisely, and make a long-term care plan, insurance, assets, family agreement. Treat your home as an asset. If downsizing increases freedom, that's a profit. Write an owner's manual. Add POA, beneficiaries, will, trust, and a trusted contact. Lock the doors, credit freezes, two-factor, no clicking in a hurry. Read businesses, not headlines. Grow your circle of competence. Move your body daily. The best risk hedge is health. Invest in yourself, skills, community, purpose. The compounding never stops. A word about courage. People imagine courage as a roar. In investing, courage is often quiet. Courage is not selling on a scary Tuesday. Courage is holding cash when everyone teases you for missing out, and then using that cash when everyone else runs. Courage is ignoring predictions, especially your own. Courage is writing your plan when the sun is shining and following it when the clouds roll in. You don't need to predict the rain to build an ark. You're over 60. You've built plenty of arks in your life. Careers, families, communities. This is the same craft, just with different lumber. Keep your costs low, your cash steady, your circle small, and your optimism large.